Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, happy Tuesday everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back guys to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 103.
Oh yeah.
Also, if you guys want to get some t-shirts, you can head over to themediahijack.com, grab you some shirts, stickers, and other stuff. Raincoats coming soon too. It rains all the time.
Yeah, of course. People need raincoats.
Yeah, and umbrellas.
And umbrellas.
I had an idea to open up an umbrella company, like as a rental everywhere. You know how you see Red Box everywhere?
Oh.
But I want to put umbrella rentals everywhere.
Because I think umbrellas are overpriced sometimes.
Yes.
And some people are like, you know what? I'm only going to be in the rain for about, how long? Maybe 30 seconds?
Yeah, you just need a quick umbrella, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a charge them like the rental, right? It's like $7 to rent. But when look.
Holy shit.
But when you return it, you get your $7 back. But here's the thing. I already think people don't return umbrellas.
Yeah. So then you'll get you get the money.
So they're thinking like, no one's gonna return that. I was like, I know.
Because that's the whole. That's the whole point. Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
So they'll take it because once you get it, be like, that's $7. I got it now.
Yep.
It's already been spent.
Yeah.
Am I really gonna take time out of my day
To return it?
Return and get my $7 back?
Some would, but I think
some penny pinching motherfuckers.
a lot
Straight
wouldn't.
up.
A lot would be like, no, I'm gonna just keep it.
And I'll be one of those people that would just keep it.
Me too.
And that's why I know it would work.
Yeah.
Straight up. Don't tell me. Why'd you say you should have said this? You should have said this on the show. This is
umbrella rental, man.
Yes.
And they're like, they're not gonna make no money off of that.
Man, look.
You'll see.
Put it in front of put it in front of a Walgreens.
Yeah.
Remove the red. Actually, put it next to the red box.
It's gonna be everywhere, especially like in the city. When you're walking
Yes,
around.
you gotta put it in city areas. Yeah.
Random rain. Like, hey man, let me just get a $7 umbrella. I'll just return it back tomorrow. Get $7, get my breakfast.
Put it next to like a bird bike or whatever.
Yeah, bird.
Whatever scooter shit. Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna be everywhere. Genius.
Oh, that's a genius idea. I'm not even joking. That is actually very smart.
It's like, we don't actually want that shit back. Keep it.
Like, you fell for it. That's genius.
All right, guys. If you guys want to visit our Reddit, be a part of our Reddit community, go ahead and join. Because I'll be posting, like, regular pictures in the house now. Because I had this thing happen, right? I had this blue kyanite crystal that I got from one of the gym conventions.
Okay.
And the reason why I got this crystal was because it said in the book that you can get lucid dreams from this, right?
Oh, if you just leave it sitting out?
Yeah, just you leave it like by your bedstand and stuff or under your bed. So I bought 3 and I have one big one, placed it right under my bed. That first night, it's the first time, real shit, I'm not gonna lie, I had my first lucid dream.
Ooh.
Where I was in a bathroom being cornered by a monster, but I knew I was dreaming and I got out of it.
It's crushed.
And then I woke up, I was like, whoa, I knew I was in that dream. I was like, that blue kyanite crystal.
He's beginning to believe.
Yeah. But like it never like really happened every single night, even though I left the same spot. I only got lucid dream like another 3 other times.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a everyday thing. But here's like the weird thing about that crystal, right? It's like a little piece that fell off of it, like a clear piece. And I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, a little piece chipped off. A few days later I looked at it, I was like, is it moving? Like I saw it moving like a little bit. But then I was like, nah, it's just me tripping. A couple days later, I was like, hey, that shit really did move. So then like I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a picture a week later. And then it moved like about like 2 inches. So now
I remember showing
like,
a picture. I was like,
I took a picture and I was like, it did move. I'm not tripping.
Vibrations.
Yeah, I was thinking because I'm walking around the room. But yeah, like it's not like anybody can take a picture and just move the rock, but this is a real thing that's happening.
I remember when you showed me the picture, I was like, oh yeah, he did a week later. You can tell it's a week later that.
Yeah, put the date just to show you guys, hey, I like me faking that. Anybody can fake that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you like a real story. Like, hey, this is moving on its own. I'm not even touching it.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
How much vibration? How much walking?
Not gonna get clout or nothing. Like, trying to be cool.
Just trying to share a story.
This is happening. Yeah.
It could be walking around vibrations.
Yeah. So I said I'm gonna take like another picture a week later, see how far I go.
Oh, so still everything's still in the same
spot. Yeah. Also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this Twitch video, head over to our YouTube page.
Yes.
Because this one, I'm going to share a lot of pictures. And I have like a lot of good pictures.
Come on, if you want to see it.
Excuse me. All right, that's it. Oh, Chris can do his
yes,
intro
sir.
for the show.
Yes, sir. For anyone who is new here, welcome to the Media Hijacked. This is the one-stop shop for everything strange and weird out there, right? So say if you like Bigfoot, guess what? We got it. UFOs, of course we have it. And if you like lizard people secret ruling over a flat earth and eating your child so you can stay young and get that very good monochrome, what is it? Adrenochrome blood. Yep. Stay young and keep ruling over us. Yeah, we talk about that shit too. So
all day.
If this is your type of show, sit back and enjoy.
All the weird stuff, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And normal stuff too. But yeah, we try to mix it up because this is the Media Hijack. We try to hijack news from all over the world. All right. Okay, first story. Okay, so main topic. Well, not main topic. We're going to be talking about the Backrooms. But I have one story before we get into that. Okay. All right, so researchers released the most convincing UFO photo in history, in all of history. Like,
I don't believe you.
Everybody, within the community, scientists, everybody, they say this is one of the most convincing photos ever.
I don't believe you. Let's see.
And it was taken a long time ago, and it's finally being released 50 years later to the public. So the high-resolution photograph has been called the most convincing UFO photograph ever. The picture was published 50 years after this event. Aerial photographer operator Sergio used a special mapping camera while flying over Costa Rica. So this special camera he's using is not no typical camera you can buy from Walmart or any other places. Like, this is a special camera designed specifically for mapping out countries, above ground. Okay. Area view, like flying, over Costa Rica. He had to take pictures of Costa Rica. Okay. So while he was taking pictures of Costa Rica, he happened to snap a shot of unidentified flying object.
Something just passing through, just...
Right. And, the photo is not altered in any way. This is like legit 100% what he took. And I have the picture for you guys.
I want to see.
When you guys see, you'd be like, okay.
So, and this is in the 50s, right?
I don't know when they released their pictures, but it was like 50 years before. So they released it 50 years after. Excuse me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, that's the coast of Costa Rica. This is like a far. See how you see it on the right side?
Yeah.
That big ass metallic shape out of nowhere. Like, it does look old, and it does. I mean, the thing is, like, the photo is completely real.
Yeah.
That's why, like, they say, and then on top of that, they use a mapping camera.
Yeah, some people may say, "Oh man, because this looks too clear for that era." But no, with mapping cameras, they gotta be like top of the line shit.
It has to be like super clear.
They gotta get like all types of elevations and shit.
Every crevice, mountain, everybody, like the ants, they gotta get it. And then boom, out of nowhere, they start reviewing photos, and
damn,
this little guy showed up.
Man, UFO was on his way to the Waffle House. Yeah, got caught with a speeding ticket. Oh my god.
Yep. So out of like all the photos, even like photos that you see today that looks cooler today, like that one was like one of the ones where you can't say it's fake. Because he was just doing his job.
He's like,
he wasn't like out here with the iPhone. Even though like even now, like a lot of the footage people record with the iPhone or take a picture, it does look cool. But we're living in a day and age where you can replicate anything. That's why it's harder now to prove that your picture is real now than it was back then. Back then, if you did that, they'll be like, what the fuck? How? That has to be real, because there's no software at that time where the general public can get a hold of and start manipulating photos.
Yeah, in the palm of their hands. Like
yeah, this was way before like Adobe Photoshop was in the picture. So that's what made, and then on top of that, it was a high quality, high resolution photo.
Hell yeah, that shit was clean.
That shit looked like straight up Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And if you guys are listening in your car, like pull over and then pull the video up so you guys can watch it and look at that image.
It's clear. It's so clear.
Yeah, like you can eat off that flying saucer.
That shit is shiny though. You can tell. You see like was it chrome? What am I looking at? Shit is so shiny.
Polished and shit. Polished chrome.
Damn. Okay.
But that is that. All right. You want to get into Backrooms?
Let's get it.
Okay, I'll start since it was my idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude. Go right on ahead.
All right. So the Backroom. Let's go with the backstory.
All right.
So in 2018, they posted a strange photograph of a small office space with yellow stained walls, stained carpet, and no windows. They first posted this photo on like 4chan, like back in 2018, but nobody took it serious. It was one of those things like people posting like cursed photos, and then they just post random shit, and then somebody posted like the image of the walls. I'll show you an image of it. So it looks like this basic office space with just yellow walls. And then, it didn't really pick up speed until somebody posted it, I think either on Creepypasta or Reddit, to where it started picking up, some steam. And then people was like saying like, damn, that's like an eerie ass looking photo. And then somebody left a comment saying like, like this is a place where if you accidentally like glitch out in this reality, you can end up here. Mm-hmm. And then you'll be stuck in like an office space like for infinity. They're saying this office space is like a maze that goes on forever. Yeah. And you have to figure out how to get to each level. So it's basically like a game. Mm-hmm. But then people started kind of taking it serious. Like, hey, could this actually be like a real spot?
You just glitch out of reality and then
yeah, like in real life. Because they're saying, okay, if the space is real, how do you even go there? What's up, Bob? So Bob says they had one call the back door. What? But yeah, so the back door could lead to like another level in the maze. So like they're saying, how would you get into like a spot like this? So they said the way you get there, they have this thing called no clip or no clipping.
I heard of that. I didn't understand what is that.
It's kind of like a game term. Okay. I think like like when you're walking in the game, you touch a wall, you clip out. You start like glitching in and out.
Yeah.
So they call it like no clip. Like let's say you walk into the wall, and then you hit the wall, and boom. You're in another reality.
Mm-hmm. You just glitch right through the wall.
Yeah. So you just no clip into the back rooms, into a yellow office space with stained rugs and listening to like the fluorescent light buzzing like.
Simulation's like whoa, we're still rendering. Hold on, you walk through walls.
We haven't loaded anything else up. You're stuck.
Your life exists in this room right now.
Yeah, it's like your life is like a reality in a floppy disk.
Yes. And
when was the last time anybody started up a floppy disk game?
Oh my god!
Imagine that, like Wreck-It Ralph. You're stuck there.
Oh my god! I think the last time I saw a floppy disk was elementary school.
Yeah,
it might have been.
Run that Oregon Trail.
Let's go.
Start flapping. Run that Oregon Trail.
Time to get some diseases. Get my whole family wiped out.
I was like, I remember playing it, and the only part I like was when you get to shoot the deers.
That's the best part.
So I told my friend, "Hey, play it to the part where you get to shoot the deer."
That's the best part.
Because you have to actually go to a trail before the fun starts.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, do that front part for me."
And then people were like, "Oh, your family's hungry." I'm like, "Give me the mouse.
Let me just kill the deer real quick."
I'm like, "You can do the rest of the shit. I just want to shoot these deer, then I'll give you the mouse back."
It's like, oh, they all got sick. Okay, let me just shoot this deer, then we all die. Bob says then the door opened like a sky, and that place had a real GPS location. I think Bob saw that one video because there's like this video online where somebody went to some place like in Japan on Google Earth, and they zoomed up right into the building, and they went into the building into like a space where it looks like the back room type shit,
right?
Like infinite office, right under like Google Maps. And I was like, wait, what? That looks kind of weird. But it could be like any abandoned Japanese old warehouse office building. I mean, but it did look weird.
It was like yellow walls too?
I forget. I'm surprised Bob saw it. But I did see it on YouTube a couple weeks ago. And then I was thinking about covering it. But then I was like, it's like not enough stuff on it to cover it. But then like you were talking about the gray zone.
Yeah, the gray zone.
Yeah. So Chris is gonna talk about the gray zone, which is kind of similar to this, like like different reality stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he brought that up, I was like, okay, we might as well just talk about the back rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like there's like somebody that made a video of like them like in the back rooms. It's like their own version of what they think how the back room will look like. So the video is so fucking good. Also,
you got the video?
I don't have the video, but like the video has like 24 million views, man.
Oh,
that shit, kids love it.
This is like a clip of it, or
yeah. So like once you start here, he'll start walking. Like it looks just like this in the video too.
Oh, the walls are disgusting.
And then he walks, and then he sees like a ladder into like a dark like entryway. And then he keeps walking. Then he sees like writings on the wall.
Man, I'm out of there.
See, it look like stuff like this. Like if you see an office building and you see stuff like this, it looks real, right?
Nah, that by itself is horrifying to me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. And then he kept on walking. And then he ends up in like a
TV,
like a like a hallway like this, right? And then when he peeked into that window,
there's a window. Okay.
This is what he sees, like another building. Like it's like he's looking out a courtyard.
But there's like no sky.
Yeah, no sky.
Oh,
but then,
my God.
In the video, he zooms up closer. I don't have the photo, but there's like people in those windows.
Just like lost people too?
I think like cardboard looking.
Oh, like fake people.
Yeah, because this is like his version. Like he made his own version of it. But he did a really good job.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking like he went into this world and had a camera on him type of shit. I'm tripping over here.
And then he'll come to like the hallways look like this, like infinite. Like he'll keep running. It looks just like this.
Oh.
And then at like the end of the video, he sees like a monster looking shit.
Yeah.
So they're saying like in the folklore, what they made up, they say if you ever see like the monster, don't look at it, just turn around and then walk opposite direction.
Yeah, I saw a video earlier that talked about the different types of monsters that you would come across in these levels. One was like a monster where of course you can't break eyesight from it. Well, first it was like two dogs. You can't break eyesight like from them. If you do, they're gonna get you. But then there's this other one where when you're walking in a specific area, there's a type of fungus in the air, like in the air.
Ew.
If it gets on you, then it causes you to like start like want to spread the fungus everywhere else.
Oh.
And then stories of people like want to become like a part of this fungus hive or whatever, and then trying to affect other people that come into this world unbeknownly. Like they're walking down the hallway and then they're being stalked by some kind of like another person who got sucked into this reality. Is like infected and trying to infect them or something. It's something crazy I saw earlier.
Sounds like coronavirus.
But it was like level 2. Like if you want to think about like the levels of.
Oh yeah. So they're saying like there's like multiple levels that you can go through. Like the first 2, 3 is like normal, and then it gets crazy where you start coming across entities and stuff, and it just gets weird. But this guy, like in the video, it's a fake video, but it looks so real, right? Yeah. So like after he saw that monster, he turned around and he started walking, and then next thing you know, he starts falling in the sky, all the way back to like reality. So like they pushed him back out of that simulation, and then he just landed back on Earth,
so he made it home.
Which is like a cool way to finish that little glitch backroom stuff. And it was so good. I was like, damn, if he made this shit into like a like one of those weird shows where they do like those weird horror stuff.
Oh, like what's that show that used to be on MTV?
Well, not MTV, but like the VHS series.
Oh, you're talking about like it's a movie?
Yeah.
I was thinking about like a show of like back in the early 2000s. MTV used to have like this thing where people would spend the night in haunted houses.
Oh, Fear.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah. That was a dope show. I like that.
Fear was cool.
Like spend the night on the battleship or some shit.
Like they would guide each other. Like make a left on fucking.
Now you have to go in this room and stand there for like 1 minute or an hour.
1 hour radio silence starting now.
And it is like laid in the coffin for like some weird shit. They should do a show with this. It'd be cool.
Then he disappears and shit. Everybody's like, oh shit. Hurry up, commercial. What happened?
And he comes back walking the room. Hey guys.
Like, yeah, we didn't see you on the camera. Like, like radio silence was over, but you weren't there. We were looking for you everywhere. It's like, oh yeah, like 30 minutes I was out. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
We got to get the money, because I think they did it for money too.
Yeah.
It's like a cash prize.
Yep.
They need to bring that back, man. But do it with this. Do it with something like this. I would just put people in a maze and then watch them lose their fucking.
Yeah,
it might be too much. It might be too cruel, but
yeah, they got to do it again, but do it at like real places.
Yeah,
like where you can actually die.
Whoa.
The stakes are high.
The stakes are real high. Some shows do it for money. We're doing it for your life. How badly you want to survive?
Yeah, they have to do it on like the dark web.
Oh my god!
That's how you know almost guarantee someone's gonna die that night.
Yeah, somebody is going to.
Because if they don't, they might make it happen.
They're like, damn, the viewership is low. We gotta blow up this room right here with Stacy in it.
Light her up, tie her up. She got kidnapped.
Oh man!
But yeah, that's all I got for that. So if you ever like get trapped in the back rooms and you see yellow walls in your dreams, hey, good luck.
Get out of there.
God bless. Good luck.
Good night.
Hope you make it out alive.
Yeah.
It's like one weird thing, like, you know, when you talk about something that then you end up seeing it in a dream.
Oh yeah.
Freaky, huh?
Then when you wake up, you're like, did I go there or did I make myself go there by, bringing it to life?
Either or, man. It's scary. I have to take a leak real quick, and then when we come back, Chris is going to talk about the gray zones.
Yes.
Gray zones.
The gray zones. You guys want to hit us. It's really good.
All right, be right back, guys. And we're back.
Oh, excuse me. Almost choked on that. Holy shit. That was rough.
That's what he said.
All right. All right, folks.
Midtown.
Midtown?
Midtown Atlanta.
Midtown, baby.
All right.
All right. All right, I'm back. So we're back. All right, so my turn to go. So right now we got the topic that I wanted to speak on was this thing called the gray zone, right? I randomly like stumbled across this like Monday at work. And I was like, oh shit, this would be kind of interesting because the gray zone is basically this area between basically where you go when you have a near-death experience, right? And so from what I was reading from a couple articles, I read it on like bigthink.com and mirror.com, which is like a UK news website. I don't know how super duper reputable it is, but that's what I originally came across it from. But basically, from the stuff that I read from these articles that I was talking about, it was that I guess I'm assuming this is like more like a fringe science type thing where it's going outside of the norm of things, of where they really want to figure out how near-death experiences really are. So these scientists basically are coming together, and basically they're picking out candidates around the world on trying to figure out, okay, like what's the real near-death experience? Now they're excluding people because they have a list of criteria. They're excluding people who may have like, say for example, take DMT. You wouldn't be allowed onto this case study, or say if
I never heard of anybody like admitted to like taking that while talking to a doctor or like a scientist.
I mean,
like admitting that you take DMT.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I just think because I think they just want like something that's like.
Well, they were probably asking like in a survey, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming like, hey, like, have you taken hallucinations, or if you have had your near-death experience, how did you reach your near-death experience? They're excluding people who were in comas. That's not even a part of that. So if you was ever in a coma,
because they're there too much.
Yeah, because it's almost like a different type of like shutdown of the brain. They want something of like in the moment impact where you actually remember leaving your body. They want like the most authentic type of,
yeah,
hey, I left my body and I can recollect everything that I saw when I left my body type of thing.
What I heard, what they say about people that are in comas, I heard this from a spirit guide. They're saying that when you're in a coma, you're not even there no more. Like your soul is really actually somewhere else.
Oh, really?
Like doing some other shit.
Oh, that's when you're
stuck in a coma. You're not just there like brain dead, just sitting there. Like no, you're actually like doing some shit.
I know, because there's even
Sable, he said he just smoked some DMT.
Hey, we're not
all really here. We're all not really here.
Damn, how was it, man? How was it?
You can't take Sable serious though.
Okay.
DMT is really major, so I don't know.
Big leagues. It's like the big leagues.
I don't think he's one of those guys that would do it. Or are you?
Or are you, Sable?
Or are you?
Let us know in the chat. Let us know. So with what these scientists are trying to accomplish right now. So they're bringing people together they want to perform this experiment on how does the brain work and whatnot, because it's getting to a point where these scientists want to push it to a point to where maybe they can either pause, put death, like if you're dying, put death on hold until they figure out how to save you, or maybe resurrect you after you already died. Because they explain in the article I was reading before on bigthink.com about how like these doctors, because they're doctors, and they're explaining that how the human heart can go on for hours without beating, and then performing CPR can bring it back with it. So the heart is not an issue they worry about too much, but it's more about like the functionality of the brain. Certain things are where if you get to a robot accident and you're not supposed to, I think it's like if your lack of oxygen will cause your brain to shut down. That's the thing they're trying to figure out, like how can we either keep oxygen flowing or something like that, because the heart can stop and then you're technically dead if your heart stops, but if you still got brain activity, they're trying to figure out a way how we can like reverse this, like maybe almost kind of control death. But that's why they're trying to get experiences from people who've actually been in those situations.
Are they trying to get the story out from them?
Well, I think they're just trying to figure out, like, okay, like when you went there, like what did you experience? And some of the people they brought forward, and it wasn't like long stories, but it's like people's like excerpts or whatever, not excerpts, but just their take on what they experienced, because they fit the criteria on what they wanted for their near-death people. Some people were saying that, hey, like I left my body and I could see my body and everything in the room at 360 degrees. I could see everything all at once in the vicinity.
Like a GoPro camera?
Yeah, like a fish islands or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but something where they could see themselves and everything all at the same time going on. And then some people having experiences where they left their body and they felt like this sudden warmness where they felt like the equivalent of somebody taking off their jacket. It was like I shed this body. Like, no, I'm like, I feel weightless. I feel free. Like, some people, like, there was
like
one
all
guy.
the pain goes away.
Like, everything's gone. Like, my back ain't hurting no more. Like, just like,
the people that dealt with like pain their whole life, you know, when they have experiences like that, they don't want to come back, man. Because they're like, holy shit, I don't feel no more pain.
Because some of the people that came forward too were talking about how they realized after they had their near-death experience coming out of their body, they was like, holy shit, I got so upset that I got put back into this meat machine or whatever. Like, this is more than this, and
this dirty vehicle.
Yes, and one guy was like, he was upset when he came back. He was like,
because he probably abused the shit out of his body.
I wasn't sure I wasn't sure the conditions of his body.
Fucked his body up. I'm
not sure what his conditions of his body was, but yeah, he was not happy when he came back.
Came back like he just jumped out of a blender. Sable says, I just smoked some. Oh wait, I read that. He says, I want to hear about Cambodian tradition psychedelics. You know what's crazy about that? The psychedelic that I took, the mushroom, is actually a Cambodian strain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called the Cambodian Convincing. Like, the guy that found this mushroom, he found it at the temple in Cambodia, and then he brought it over to the States. And now we all out here growing it. Not me, though, but, you know, like people out here in the States.
You know, people just trying to make a living, you know.
Yeah. He says, Mike Tyson had a great description of Toad and DMT.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, like, he did, like, a whole shift, like, in his personality and everything right after he did, like, the DMT and the Toad trip. Completely changed personality, everything. He's more calm or everything. His mind is more, it's more chill now. Like, because he understands everything. Like,
he used to be so full of rage.
Yeah.
And now he's just...
He describes it as you just got like 1,000 years of therapy in one session.
Yes. I remember I saw the episode too when he talked about his trip.
And that's so real, man. You guys want real therapy? Hey, try a psychedelic. Like, it's easy to say that, and people can tell you their story and stuff, but you don't really know until you actually try it.
You gotta experience it, man.
You can't even really explain it.
Because even he was like, I think he was like, it was a bunch of, you can like, it's out of a lot of fuzziness going on because you can't really explain when you go on these trips. It's like,
yeah, even I can't explain it.
Like, look, you guys have to get on this ride, try it.
It's more of a feeling process.
Yeah.
Robert says that's true if you can get someone subconscious and store it somewhere else. Oh, like
a stack.
Yeah, like a stack from what's that show?
Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
I almost forgot for a second. Altered Carbon.
Yeah. Sable says, but they say you will want to do it once a month to remind them of their purpose. I wouldn't say once a month. This is one of those things where you can take it and then you don't even have to ever do it again.
Yeah, it could just be.
Or you could do it like a year later, or when you feel like you went off your path a little. Then you feel like you need a reminder of what you're supposed to be doing, because you might go through like situations like in your life to where you're all stuck again.
Yeah, you lost your way.
Yeah, like you fell off the track and you're like, I need help, But all it takes is like just one trip to actually show you what you need to see. Like, hey, there is another side. There really is another side, and they'll prove it to you and everything, and you'll see it, and then you'll feel it, and you'll be like, you can't even deny it. So that's what makes it so powerful, because it's like a personal experience.
Yeah.
What you feel, that's personal. But then you start looking at life different. You start not taking it too serious, like stuff that will bother you before. It doesn't bother you no more.
Yeah, because I think it sounds like it just like, and I think us as people, the issues that we have, we do put up a lot of mental blocks to whatever issues that we really are dealing with.
Yep.
And it seems like this is just like, fuck these walls that we're going to.
Yeah, because we create. We create those blocks.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, because society is rough.
And so, sometimes people have like traumatic pasts that they don't even want to face or deal with. So I get it on
like getting train ran.
Yeah, something like that, something crazy.
In San Diego.
So it could be some fucking bonkers, and I could see where you got these mental walls. But then again, it's like, I do feel like, what if some people that build these mental walls for themselves? Maybe it's for their own protection. Maybe DMT may not be for them, because some people may just can't face it and let them keep the walls up, I guess,
It's definitely not for everybody, dude.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Because even if, like, dude, if everything is going good, you're straight, you're good, you're happy, you don't need to take that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it can alter different ways. Like, you can be normal, then you take it, you'd be like, oh, you want to be like a guru now. No, like, if your life's straight, you don't need all that stuff.
Yeah, you just...
It's for people that's, like, lost, or people that just need answers, or like, damn, like what is the purpose, And sometimes the only time you can find your purpose or your answers are from within. There you go. You find it from inside.
Yes. And then you travel through the multiverse after that.
Rob says, you can get on that level without all that stuff you use. I did it many times before, but hard to master it.
Like meditation?
Yeah, you can reach like a state like where you can actually reach kind of like a psychedelic state.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard. Like, even monks have a hard time.
Yeah, it's like
monks practice like 25, 30 years, then they're able to like master like a state where your conscious is actually somewhere else.
Yeah.
But like, I know like the psychedelic heads, they're like, oh, don't call it like a shortcut. But it is like a shortcut if you do take a psychedelic. It's like a shortcut, like you skip the line.
Yeah.
And then boom, you get to see like another reality. And then you're wondering like, can anybody else see it? Yes, they can. It's actually a real place.
Do you have the patience to want to learn how to meditate on that level?
Right. I try to meditate. I do meditate like every night, but I'm not tripping out. Like, I'm not going on a trip. But it does help though. Sable says they have a lot of those psychedelic clinics in, is that Tijuana?
Yeah. In Baja.
Yeah. It's
really?
It's big now. Like, even with the ketamine clinics and shit.
Okay.
It's like another thing that's like, where it's like legal now, the ketamine stuff, and that was legal before like psychedelics. But only a few places, so rare, where psychedelics is fully legal for you to practice like at a clinic and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But when that shit do become like legal as like one of the shit where as a form of like mental therapy, like professionally, worldwide, it's rap.
I think Colorado was trying to jump on that train. I think they're still trying to push for like
rap. You're gonna see me in a coat.
Yes.
You're gonna see me in a coat.
Billy, got a name tag. Billy Walters. Dr. Billy Walters.
Dr. Neek. I'm here to see Christopher. Christopher.
I'm in the waiting room.
It's like, hey, you ready to get the party started?
You ready to change your fucking
I got
life?
a new track for you. Sable says, great minds thinks alike. Yes, sir. Yeah, it is a shortcut to sanity instead of years of therapy. It is a shortcut.
It is.
Yep. There's no other way to say it. Because you could just suck at a lot of shit, right? But when you trip out and then you're actually seeing all these crazy looking artwork, and like you think your brain made all that shit up, like because it looks so complex and advanced. You're like, no way, I just thought of this.
Yeah,
because it's like stuff that you haven't even seen before in Marvel movies.
For real, man. Take it to somebody who's going through therapy right now.
Yeah.
This is the fast track to get to the end, like to the front of the line, because therapy is a process. This is like
therapy is.
Hey, put the DMT and all this other shit. Like, put your jetpack on. We're going. You're taking off.
Yo, Shock says, please don't use the full name Christopher. It gave me goosebumps. Because I think I'm in trouble. I forgot we got another Christopher in the chat.
Hi, Christopher.
What else we got on the gray zone? So what I'm thinking, like, gray zone is like almost like not limbo, but kind of like limbo, because when you have a near-death experience, you're still stuck in a state where
you're not in true limbo. It's that's what they call it, the gray zones. Like limbo's like the waiting room, I guess, or for
limbo, you're there. You're dead. You're dead and you're stuck.
You're there. Or maybe in too deep of coma, maybe. But limbo's usually like, you there. But this is like, no, your soul got knocked out of your body or some shit. Just
because they know like you're not supposed to be dead yet.
Yeah.
You know, so they're having a meeting. Your souls are having a meeting with spirit guys. Like, hey, like this dude, he really did had an accident.
It's like, hey, this like he's 10 years ahead of his schedule.
Like, how can we like explain this? Like, how can we make it seem like, you know, like his time is not ready yet. Like, you know how a doctor, they look at a patient that's been in a car accident and they're looking at all the X-rays. Like, this dude is not gonna make it. So like when a doctor says that, you know, family, they lose hope. But then like the souls they're talking in the, you know, in spirit world, and like, hey, this guy actually is not supposed to be dead.
He's early. He's like 10 years
old.
Like,
hey, look at the body. Like, you guys, how did you guys allow that body to get so mangled up like that? Like, what are we gonna say? Like, his spine is like crumbled up.
You're supposed to be watching over him.
Like, it's like, can we just say something? Like, just fix it. Just gonna say the miracle. Just shove
the spirit back in, and then let the humans figure out how to fix him.
Yeah, so they would do. This is where they started using miracle when stuff where doctors are baffled by how like a patient recovers and then get cured. God. Yeah, then
there's no way you could survive that.
You see these little stories about, it was a miracle. Even a doctor is saying it. Then they start writing a book about patients that undergo like crazy traumatic events, but then end up coming back 100%. And then they can only say, doctors like, it's just a miracle, because it's like, I barely did shit. I was in the break room.
I was actually my lunch break, eating my tuna sandwich, and he woke up.
I was like, I don't know. I was taking a coffee break.
I was expecting to come back and he's gonna be dead. Honestly,
I came back. This fool was like making jokes.
He's making PB&J and
out here
he's doing
making jokes,
doing jumbo jacks. He's up out of the bed. Oh shit. Okay, so also with these group of scientists, because they say like, because this is quoted, they said this with the people they brought in. It says, we took hundreds of people experiences and merged them together so that we could pull out clusters of experiences and come up with a common definition. So they're trying to push for changing the term near-death experiences to be called recalled experience of death, or also known as, or shortened as RED. So like a recalled experience of death, not a near-death experience.
A recall
experience of death. You're recalling your experience of death, but it's not like you ain't dead. So,
but you're near.
Because I guess some of the accounts were like some people that like hit their head or something, and like, oh shit, like I could be dead right now, and I'm seeing everybody freak out around me, pick me up.
Yeah, I mean, it make more sense because you're not dying.
Just sort of per se, yeah. But it's like
you're just recalling like a moment that happened while you were about to be dead.
Yeah, it could have killed you or something. Yeah, like he was like,
it's like
right on that line, you know.
It's like how they changed like UFO to like UAP.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you got to do like some correction on a term, I guess. Which I can kind of understand when you break it down on some level of.
Yeah, UAP. I think it's like the more legit way of saying it.
UAP, what was it?
But we're so used to saying UFO, so just say UFO.
Yeah, it's just UFO for life. I get the change, but
UAP
was unidentified aerial
phenomenon.
There you go. Yeah. So I get it, but is UFO over like racist? I don't know why.
I think it's too elementary, maybe.
Yeah.
Unidentified flying object.
It could be anything.
Because what is this not flying at all? It's
just falling.
Just like going in and out of reality.
Yeah, just bloop, bloop.
Yeah, it's like it's not flying.
No,
it's just there.
It's hey, I'm here, I'm out.
I told you guys I saw a UFO one time, right?
I think so.
I don't know if it was like an American UFO or if it was a legit UFO. But here's like what I saw, which you cannot explain this because we don't have the technology with the quotations. But so I was driving to work, right? 5 o'clock in the morning, not a lot of cars out, and the sky, you can see some stars, and then I saw like this one bright light. So I was like, okay, this must be like a plane that's nearby. Mm-hmm. So I kept driving. I kept looking at it too. You know, I'm about to drive off the road because this shit kept on getting brighter. It got brighter and brighter and brighter. And then boom, like just like a snap of a finger, it shot out like a gun.
Oh, just went straight forward.
Like it went from stationary to like it just shot out so fucking fast, dude. Where you can see like the little line, the tail, because it shot out so fast.
Yeah, it's a Super Saiyan. And
then when I saw that and I was driving, I was like, finally, I'm in the UFO club.
Like, I'm
finally in the UFO club. I was like, that was so fucking cool, man.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, like it is an object you couldn't identify, even if it's like from another planet or from this planet. I don't know the technology, but I know that it's not anything that it's on record that anything can do this.
Man, not that we
anywhere.
Not the knowledge that we have for us. Cause
if you saw it for yourself, you're like, oh shit, we don't have that.
I don't know.
That's like a fucking like someone just shot a gun in the sky.
But it's a ship or something.
Yeah. That was cool. I got my badge that morning.
My UFO badge on the way to work.
Got my UFO badge.
All right. Damn. See, I haven't seen nothing like that. I've seen a million fallen stars. I'm trying to go through my brain just now. I lost count how many fallen stars I've seen, or or for my more scientific term, shit just fall on the earth and it just catches on fire on the way down.
Like a shooting star?
Yeah, like I've seen them. God, I've lost count how many times I've seen those. But I've never seen anything like shoot off in the trajectory of like sitting still and.
Yeah, that was my first time. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like shooting stars too. Like one night I saw it two different times, but on the same night.
Yeah, I've seen like two.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they're just throwing shit in our atmosphere like that.
Space junk? What is this?
Flying around like throwing their junk out here, dude, and it happens to be like a whole bunch of chemicals from another planet.
It's probably just UFOs, like like how people on Earth just throw trash out of their car. It be something like that. The UFO just flying past, like just throwing out, I don't know, McDonald's wrapper or some shit.
Yeah, I think of it as like a care package.
Oh, just dropping off to Earth
from China people.
What?
Like the whatever planet they're from. And then China people, they're listening to like, hey,
he's on to us.
Watch him. Watch him.
He's on to us.
Shell Shock says, draining the septic tank as they fly by.
Yeah, they just dump shit over here.
That's Starlink though. See what says, y'all live in Georgia, UFOs everywhere. Well, not really. We do get like cases out here, but it's not as much as in the West or in like Mexico.
And I live close to Atlanta, so mine's even harder. They ain't gonna come. They try not to fly to no cities, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think they're just here, just walking.
I think the one time we saw the closest they got to a city was when they sound like black folks anyways, but the one where it was like you see all these stars like something falling from the sky.
Oh,
the government tried to say it was like
that was Atlanta.
It was like flares. No, but it was like some. I don't know. Some city with black folks in it.
Oh, it's where it dropped, right? And then it stopped.
Oh shit! It moved.
Oh yeah.
Like,
that was pretty crazy.
That's to me still the most authentic.
It looked real.
Dude, how could you fake that?
Because it like whatever that light was, like it dropped something and then
it stopped in midair.
And then it just stopped. I was like, hey,
and it kept moving again.
This is controlled.
Yeah.
It's a controlled drone.
Yeah, we're tripping. It's a classic video.
Sable says, what are you guys gonna go do some abandoned house night hunt?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. We're prone to get spirits attached to us. So, man, I'm not trying to piggyback no other spirit out there that's lost. They can't find their soul.
Now, if somebody wants to do it for Media Hijack and I'll pay them and they want to spend a night in the house, I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a GoPro.
Yeah.
Go live for us, you know.
Have some fun. Yeah. Do it for us. Do it for the show.
There is a lot of haunted places out here where people actually go to.
Man, hell yeah! Like Lake Lanier. That place is.
I recommend not going there because you
Super
actually
duper
might
haunted.
die.
That's what there's some angry black souls over there. They killing everybody. Don't go there.
You don't even have to get in the lake to die. Like, they had a weird story where they had a jogger. Mm-hmm. She was just jogging on her route, and then she ended up missing, but they ended up finding her body in the lake.
How is she getting in the lake if she's running?
I have no idea. That's when it gets weird.
See?
That's when Lake Lanier don't play by the rules no more.
You heard about that one boat that exploded in like Lake Lanier? Just blew up and killed, like, I think 2 people or something.
I'm not surprised.
Just a boat. Just like,
I'm not surprised. Like, Lake Lanier is...
It's horrible. This is the most haunted place out here, I think. Well,
why haven't any of those, you know, on YouTube, right? There's a whole bunch of channels where they have people doing a whole bunch of ghost investigations on, like, famous locations, like like the Shining Hotel. What's that shit?
Oh, the Stanley Hotel.
The Stanley Hotel.
I've been there before, guys. That place is beautiful.
Yeah.
That place is amazing.
Yeah.
God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, so they have like YouTubers doing famous spots like that. But I never seen a YouTuber, well, if I haven't looked it up, but I never seen a YouTuber go to Lake Lanier and investigate that place.
Man, no, not yet. I've seen...
But they did investigate this one super haunted house with quotations in Georgia. I don't know if it's real or not, but like the footage, like when they first went in the house, right? There was sage all over like the ceiling. Mm-hmm. It's like not like an abandoned house. Somebody still owns the house, but nobody lives there.
Okay.
So then they went in the house, right? Everything is where it's at, like the chairs and everything, you know, normal location, right? Mm. So then they make their way up to the stairs and they heard some noise. They look back, the whole doorway is blocked off by chairs.
Oh.
Like, it's almost like it's a continuous shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't look edited, but you know, YouTube.
Yeah.
If you know how to do movie shit, you can do anything.
You can do anything. YouTube
but like our eyes, we look at it like it looks like a continuous shot.
Movie magic.
So like he turned around, 3 chairs stacked on top of each other. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck? So then they came back downstairs, they moved all the chairs, and then they look at the dining table. All the chairs are on the ground, stacked up on the table. I was like, if this is real, this will be like one of the most craziest shit I've ever seen.
Just stacking shit.
Like crazier than like the movies. Even the movies, if they do that, it look corny in movies.
Yeah.
But imagine seeing that in real life.
Oh, I'll be horrified.
Yeah. So like the movie people, they don't even do that because it looks corny.
Yeah, but in real life, the shit would be horrifying. I'd be like, ah!
Yeah, they're like, the ghosts are doing like shit that the movies wouldn't even do.
But no, it's not really anything.
Yeah, Lake Lanier, say, well, look it up. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, Lake Lanier, yes. They even like actually, you know what? Let me take that back. The only thing I did see of a YouTuber going to Lake Lanier is that somebody sent like a submarine camera thing into the water, and it's so weird. Like this only footage I've seen of somebody going to Lake Lanier. So this guy like sent like this little drone thing down to Lake Lanier, goes underneath the water, and then he sees like it's just like a church and some houses and whatnot.
Underwater, right?
Yeah, underwater. And for anybody who's not familiar with Lake Lanier, it was a town that it was a black town back in the day in Georgia. That a ton of they ran black folks out of town. They basically buried it underneath the water. Places in Georgia don't want to admit that it's true, but it is true. But after they had this town that's buried underneath the water, that's submerged underneath the water. This camera you sit down there, he went to like a little graveyard and stuff like that, and some statues, and crossing the street with the camera. But he saw like little footprints on the ground. But it's like, but it was like fresh footprints in the dirt, and it's like, if this was water and it was submerged, yeah, there was like he was trying to figure out how could these footprints be fresh if it's been submerged. Like, the dirt would have washed away, but this is like somebody just walked through. So
yeah,
it's creepy out there.
Yeah, so like the story, like behind like Lake Lanier, why it's like known to be this haunted place. The place, it used to have like before because it's a man-made lake.
Yeah, it's man-made.
So before it was a lake, it was like a cemetery for like the slaves were buried there. A lot of families were buried there. So when they wanted to build a lake, what they did with all these bodies at the cemetery, they moved them all away to build the lake. So you would think like you disturbed a lot of souls. A lot of spirits were pissed off how they disrespected a lot of the bodies, how they moved them away.
Well, it was actually a town. It was a whole black town. It was like an entire black community. Yeah. But yeah, you interrupted the dead doing that. So then,
so that created like a lot of chaos, and that place became like this vortex or this wild world of a lot of angry spirits that's so pissed off at what people are doing in reality, like, you know, to the dead. Like they disrespect a lot of disrespect. You can still disrespect someone that's already dead. You know,
gotta respect them.
But then now that place is fucking notorious, dude.
Yeah.
Every year over like 30 people die within like a year. Like, hey, come on, man, like put some signs up.
All I say this, I never heard of a black person being killed at Lake Lanier. Look, all right, you can't pay me to go over there.
Man,
I'm good.
like you saying that, like I don't.
Is there no black people
I've
get
never
killed?
heard black people dying at Lake Lanier.
Ever. I don't remember ever hearing the story.
Oh,
people been getting wiped out at Lake Lanier. I've seen them on. I've read these stories.
I guess color is still a thing, like even when you're dead.
I'm like, for those who don't know, like,
but we don't really know like if any black people die or not, though.
Yeah,
so don't take our word for it.
But I know black folks for sure. We tell us like I'll be at work talking to other black people, and we'll talk about Lake Lanier, and why would we go there? He's like, look, that's if people want to keep going there, that's on them. But we fuck that.
Sable says, my son say ghosts aren't real because you never see dead slave ghosts, and they would haunt the shit out of Whitey. Is that Whitey?
Yeah.
Like here's the thing, like with ghosts, like what I'm coming to, like what ghosts are and stuff. Like ghosts are like ghosts, like spirits, but these are spirits that never wanted to move on because they're still stuck with whatever that's tying them here.
They can't get over it, I guess.
Like let me give you an example. Like some old school ghost, like in England, right, waiting for his family to come back. But this dude is dead. His family's already dead, but still, it's like he stays there because he feels like his family's gonna come back to that place. So his soul never moved on. So he just stayed stuck there. Meanwhile, like his spirit guy telling him like, hey, they're not coming back, dude. You got to move on. So this is where you get stories where people would bring like these mediums to their house or whatever to try to get spirit to move on. So they would come, they do like these ceremonies, seance or whatever they do. Like
seance is basically like
well, not like seance, but like they do like these things to where they get spirit to move on and go to like the other side instead of sticking around.
Yeah, it's like a seance too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, seance is like it's like an intervention for ghosts. Like, hey, look, we get it. You're stuck here, but you know this ain't right. Like, you gotta let's move on.
I imagine like a round table on the TLC channel.
Yeah, there you go. This little candle.
All right, Christopher Jones. That cat is not going to come back. You know, he already on that other side. He waiting for you at that gate, you know.
You got to let go.
Like, wait, are you serious? Like, what? That lost and found sign, all of them that I put up, nobody saw it? Like, no, dude, you're gone already, man. Move on. Because you remember I was telling you that story where people in England, right, they were saying like, hey, what happened to like all the ghosts? Because, you know, they do all these haunting tours, but they don't notice no ghost presence no more.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I went to Savannah, same thing.
Yeah, so they were saying like, is there an expiration date for a ghost? But I don't think like that's the case. I think they just all moved on now. Because I don't know what happened, but I do feel like a shift within the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like there's like a conscious shift where a lot of people are more aware of the spirit world. Yeah. And a lot of people are more conscious now.
And maybe the other side that's stuck here kind of like accepting it, or
like maybe they're getting help,
or it could be a thing of where like they only have periods of time where they snap. It's kind of like some people have bad days, and maybe some ghosts have bad days too.
Or maybe they be watching YouTube videos and they'd be like, oh shit, we need to move on.
We're exposing ourselves to these YouTubers. Holy shit.
Sava says, I thought I saw and heard a ghost in the back of my loft. Without thinking, I grabbed a 45 and almost accidentally murdered my dog. Damn. That's scary.
With a 45, Lord. You trying to punch
your
a hole in
rents
somebody.
due. Pop, pop. Oh, I thought it was a ghost. Yeah.
Sparky, no.
You heard about that one story where this lady, she felt like her house was haunted because she kept on hearing shit within her walls. For a long time, she kept on hearing stuff in her walls, so she started doing like ghost investigation. But later, they found out there was a real living person living in her house between the walls.
Oh, I got a story.
And they're making like a video documentary about that now.
I have a story. A very good friend of mine, she had just moved, right? But for like the past couple months, like if I would FaceTime her and we just going back and forth talking, I would hear in the background like
damn.
And I'll ask her like, "What the hell is that?" And she would say, "No, it's just the pipes in the walls. This building's old." I'm
bullshit.
I was like, "You might want to check," because there was one time I thought I heard a growl. I don't know, but it was like within her walls. But she just moved. Spoiler alert! Like she just moved and
she's not there no more.
She just left like last week.
Shit.
But it just started happening like towards the end when she was like leaving. I'm like, I don't think they want you to leave. I think they know you're trying to move.
Oh, that's the old pipes. And then like the person that's hiding try to hold their laugh and shit. I'm a pipe.
I'm a pipe.
I am not a pipe.
You wish.
Old. Excuse me.
Rude.
I'm offended. And start shaking the pipes and shit.
Yeah. But she had like, I would FaceTime her and I would hear these noises in the background. And it was so, I would ask her like, "Are you used to this?" And she would just tell me, "Yeah, I don't even hear it anymore." I'm like, that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want you to put down your guard so you can be easy to possess.
Yeah, like if something like was in my attic, like I knew something was in my attic before.
Oh yeah.
I left it alone. It could have been like a little person or anything. I just said, "Hey, chill. Don't make too much noise. Just don't fuck shit up." And I won't even go up there, you know?
Little person running around.
So I think if somebody were to live in my walls or in the attic, I would let them do their thing, man. Just don't fuck with me.
Yeah, just say, "Look, just little person. You got your space. I got mine."
Does it get hot up there?
Do your kind get cold? Do your kind get hot?
Sable says, if this crypto doesn't go bullish soon, I'm going to be living in the podcast room walls. Yeah, dude. That bloodbath, that crypto bloodbath that happened yesterday.
I heard some shit this morning about it. I didn't really look into it.
Yesterday was the day, like, if you really believe in this crypto, going, like, you know, if you're bullish on crypto, yesterday was the day for you to put everything in that shit.
Damn, this is it.
Because it dropped so much. Everything dropped so much. Man, my portfolio was
I didn't even check
bleeding.
mine. I don't even want to know. I heard something about it, but I was like,
my shit is bleeding.
I saw the memes.
Yeah.
The memes with my news. I was like, uh-oh. This don't sound good.
Yeah. I did got some from it, though, because I did sold like 50% of my shit before all that shit happened. Yeah. And I was just waiting. And then I got it right before I did the big dip. So I should have waited just one more day. I would have had more. But it was good. I didn't lose nothing.
That's good, man.
It's just, it looked ugly. Everybody shit look ugly. Even people with stocks look ugly.
Ain't nobody's looking good right now.
Nobody's alive right now.
But yeah, that's it for my basically the people dying, the gray zone and whatnot.
The gray zone.
If you guys are curious about it, I say look it up. I just cover like the surface level stuff, but this is actually pretty deep. They're trying to even control death. That's basically what I think they're trying to get to at this point. Of
remember I told you that one story about like how they did like a brain scan on an old guy, then he happens to have like a heart attack while they're doing the brain scan. So the brain scanned his whole brain while he was dying, like in the process of dying. And then
I kind of remember that a little bit.
Yeah, so when they recorded his brain dying, the process of dying, they said, oh shit, like even after his heart stopped and everything, his brain still showed a lot of activity, like he was in a calm, meditated state, still speaking, but he was already dead. But the recording showed that his brain was
still
doing
active.
Some other shit, like he was sitting at a coffee table talking to somebody, like in the most meditated state form, like his brain was all calm and everything. So they're like, hey, like, does something do happen after you die? You know, as a scientist, when you see that, you start to think there is an afterlife.
Yeah.
Like something does happen after you die.
Because it's not adding up.
Yeah. It was like 30 to a minute where they saw activity, and then that's when the feed got disconnected.
Oh, like 30 seconds to a minute?
Yeah.
But even though that may be fast for us, like that's...
see, Sable saw that.
It says, Sable in chat says, I saw that incredible first time ever. So cool.
It's like the first time they ever did it.
And so that's crazy because like, okay, so for us, right, who are still here, would say like, man, 30 seconds a minute, that's not a long time. But imagine how long that is in brain time. of you experiencing that. That shit's gotta be
Yeah.
lifetimes. It's like some Inception speed.
It's a long time. Like, you're already dead, but you're still doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, like I was always saying, like, our soul, we were just occupying like this body.
Yeah,
like when we leave, all they do is just disconnect us, just like how you just disconnect your computer, and then boom, you're somewhere else. Like the feed, like this is just like our eyes are just like a monitor to a feed of like the spirit world looking through our life.
It's some visors.
Yeah, they're watching our shit like, damn, this motherfucker's about to buy some crack in San Diego again, you know.
Oh man, he's about to masturbate again. It's been 8 times today, man. He got Jesus.
There he goes again.
Oh, there he goes again.
But the whole thing, like with spirit guides, like they don't watch you do the whole time. Remember how I was saying, like on the mushroom trip, like where I felt like they watch your every move. They know you more than you know yourself, which is true.
Yeah, they watching.
But they don't watch everything. Like if you're taking a shower, they can care less watching you take a shower. They don't get off on that. They don't get off on you beating your meat. They can care less. Yeah. It's like they watch over you when real shit's happening.
It's, I'm gonna watch this episode.
Yeah, like
this is a good one.
Oh, he about to confront that big bully guy.
I've been waiting for this episode.
In 7th grade. You know, let's see what happens. Oh God.
Savo says,
because San Diego, because you're there.
Is that what you said? Is that why you said that first?
I can't think of any other city, you know. I'm just trying to stay relevant with like people in chat, because either I talk about like San Diego or Texas or Arizona.
Arizona. I was about to say, oh no, because Savo said, try fighting for a minute straight. It's a long time. That is a fact. That is a fact, man. People don't realize how long a minute is of like just
especially
throwing
like,
a punch.
Like even like in the UFC, like imagine like being held down, like for 5 minutes and shit. Yeah, and you're just looking at the clock the whole time. When's it gonna stop?
That's like one of my cousins who were like, "Man, UFC ain't shit because they got like 3-4 rounds or whatever." I'm like, right, they do a lot of shit in that time frame. Yeah, it ain't just because he's more of a boxing fan, but it's like it's more than just like throwing a punch. This is your whole body's active. You are
it's different, man.
You gotta hold people trying to hold somebody like struggling.
Takes a lot.
It's a lot, man.
It burns your arms out and everything. Like
eventually your arms are gonna get tired. Like
it's a whole different game. Like because you can't just look at it like, oh, okay, boxing they do 10-12 rounds, right? Then you look at UFC is like 3 to 5 rounds, and you're like, oh, 3 to 5 rounds, that's nothing. But like each round's like 5 minutes each.
Yeah, that's long. That's longer than boxing rounds.
And you're not just standing up, just boxing. You're doing everything else.
Grappling, like trying to.
You gotta protect your legs. You gotta protect everything.
You gotta fight and survive, like on so many different levels.
Nobody trying to get choked out.
I don't know. Get embarrassed and be.
Sable says so. We're planning another late night Lake Lanier trip when I come down, right? Hey,
sure. Why not?
Yeah. Sable's here all the time, so that might happen, man. We might have to do a Lake Lanier ghost haunted investigation. So everybody sign waivers and shit.
So you don't see media hijack.
And we're watching from here. All right, make your way down on platform 12 right there. Sable A, say, hey, watch out. Bloop, 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 bloop. All you see is bubbles. Oh, God.
Oh my God, the GoPro! No, like we gotta get it back. We gotta get the GoPro back.
He says, warn him. ATL's my second home. Yes, I believe you, man. He out here. Yeah, when you come out here next, let's try to plan it. And then when you do come out here, we'll try to get you out here on this podcast room. We have a 3-man.
Shell shock too, man. Shell shock.
Yeah. Sable, he has a radio. He has the radio voice, man. We're gonna have to like feed off radio energy. Then we become broadcasters too.
Don't try to embarrass us, Sabo, when you're out here. All right? Just like, don't try to like
slow down on the radio voice. Right? Just do your normal voice,
please.
Shell Shock says, "I'll take a shit black folks don't do for 500 Alex."
Listen, that like Lanier stuff. I'm down to do a lot of stuff, but I'm not even like super religious or super hardcore and believe in spirits, but I don't want to test it if it's legit. I don't want to test it. I think that goes
for like majority of black people. They just don't fuck with shit like
the dead, man. Like, the dead is like a no-go, man. This is a special thing with black folks.
Yeah, just don't mess with stuff that you have no idea what's going on. Like, don't mess with it.
Yeah, like respected space.
Meanwhile,
mind your business. What black people say, just mind your business.
All the other people, it's haunted. Let's all go in.
No, if it's haunted, I'm gonna move my family here. Like, why would you?
It's like, oh, I don't believe it.
Like, I watched what's that shit?
True.
Sinister. What's that movie? Yeah. He moved his whole family in the house, and he knew another family was murdered there.
It's like no respect. It's like no respect. Even like Indians are saying, "Hey, this is sacred land. Do not mess with sacred land."
I'm gonna build a pool right here.
Fast forward later, hey, we need to put some oil pipes through this place. Like, hey, you guys straight with that? Like, no, this is sacred land, motherfucker. Like,
cool, we're gonna build it.
What you don't understand about that, you know?
Cool, we're gonna build it.
It's like, prove it then. Prove your sacred land. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine what's going on in the Indian heads? Like, there's like the old heads that have been there for a while. You know, they pass on these stories generation to generation. And then, you know, the young generation looking at them, the elders, and like, damn, like, how can we protect our land like this? You know, like these people, these outsiders, they don't understand, you know, like how this land means so much, how, you know, the background story, like the spears and everything.
We watch this grass grow.
Yeah, like they understand, like, the area's sacred for a reason. You know, you don't fuck with that shit.
We know who done passed away here, all these stories, battles that haven't happened here, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
And you gonna build a Walmart on top of this?
That's so disrespect. And that's when you see wild shit. You see like anomalies like in certain locations where there's just the veil is so thin where weird stuff happens. Like, for example, Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, right.
Skinwalker Ranch is known to be one of those locations where a lot of weird stuff happened, but you know, it's hard to get it on camera because they're saying the weird stuff that's happening is like a highly intelligent like entity, like knowing that they're being recorded and everything. Like they would knock cameras off, like knock the feeds out. You know,
they understand what's going on.
They know everything that we're doing. They know we can't even be sneaky. They know everything.
It's like advanced spirits. They know what's up. Some spirits are like scared.
Super advanced.
I feel like a lot of spirits are like scared, don't know what to do, or like they're confused. Skywalker Ranch is like, we know what's up.
Yeah, like they had this,
cameras.
They had this one story just to fuck with the owners of the ranch at that time. Like some guy, he bought the ranch right a long time ago, and he had like these prize bulls, right? These prize black bulls or cows, and you know, they're really aggressive, so it's hard to get them to move to any place.
Yeah.
But like while the owners were out of town shopping at some mall, right? They came home one day, all the bulls disappeared. Like, where's these bulls at? So long story short, they found them all in the shed, stuck in the shed together like fucking Tetris.
Oh,
the bulls all stuck in there, and they're like, and then the door locked too. And then like, ain't nobody can do this.
They're just playing with us. This is a game to them.
So that's when they know, like, hey,
this is something serious.
Like, the price probably won't steal like when we're here, but we'll show you like what we can do.
Like, not even you humans could have done this. These cows would, these bulls would have fought you if you stuffed them all in there.
There's like another crazy thing. I don't know if it's at Skinwalker Ranch or not, but there's like this channel that I saw recently. It's called like Quest or some shit like that. I don't know if it's real or not, but they said like some certain locations out there where, I don't know if it's Arizona or one of those locations where they have like high energy zone.
Okay. They
said like this one zone, right, where they felt like a lot of energy. What they did was they took a whole bunch of dirt, right? They melted like they put the dirt in like, you know, those melting shit where you melt like gold.
Okay, yeah.
And they would put all the dirt in there, melt the dirt, and then when they're done melting it, it turns into metal. So
it's like a metallic material?
It's like any normal dirt.
Okay.
Regular dirt. You can pull dirt from anywhere. It doesn't have to be in that location. It's just in the location where it has like the energy field.
Okay.
That's what they did, the smelting and shit.
Oh, okay.
So they actually turned dirt in front of a scientist, right? They didn't believe it, so they went over there. They look at the whole process, step 1, 2, 3, make sure they're not doing nothing shady, you know. And they saw him pour the dirt, melt the dirt, and then poured out fucking metal.
What did the scientist say?
He had no words.
I was
like this dude.
Jesus Christ!
He put on his glasses, like look, it's dark right now. He said, I can't say nothing right now. I have to wait for the next morning to like scan it with they have this scanning gun where it scans, you know, the material, tells you every single thing that's in that
the properties,
that metal and shit.
Yeah.
So he said, I can't say nothing, but he says right now what I'm seeing, on paper, it's not supposed to happen like that. Technically, like according to science,
this ain't supposed to be possible.
You cannot melt dirt and turn it into metal. He's saying it's like alchemy.
It's like transmutation type of.
Which I don't think even scientists believe like alchemy like that because it's too wild.
Yeah, it's very that's that's
magic. It's real.
Alchemy is magic.
Real magic with a K.
Yes, not with the C, with the K at the end.
Yeah. So like the next morning, the scientist. He shot that metal piece with I think they call it like a flex gun, where it tells you all the metals in there.
Oh,
and to his surprise, like there was actually a lot of silver in that shit.
What?
So then this whole episode turned around to
it's valuable.
It went from like, hey, this is cool energy zone, we can turn this into metal, into like, how can we make money off of this?
I knew it. God damn it! I knew it.
I think like an ounce of silver. It goes for like $20 or some shit. But it would still take like a lot of manpower, a lot of work just to melt all that shit down.
I mean, yeah.
But then it got to the point where it looked like they're trying to do it for the money now.
Greed.
That's crazy, right?
Greed is the number one destroyer right now to me.
The scientists and stuff, they're saying like, what if like that missing thing wasn't no ingredient, but was the energy field that they did it in
within the boundaries of
so imagine if they were able to build a lab, right, and able to like what's the word, like I guess mimic like a different vibrational field, a different energy field,
as the one,
and then do their science experiment, because how they're saying like there's some stuff like where they can only do it in zero gravity, where they can only like work with these two elements,
with the specific environments.
They can only do it in zero gravity because like here it all mush up.
So you gotta create a zero gravity environment on Earth.
For like certain stuff, but like for this, like let's say they create like a different type of artificial energy field to where they're actually doing real alchemy shit, turning, like that's water to wine type shit.
That's damn near like how on Full Metal Alchemist, how Ed he can like do transmutations with alchemy without ever drawing it. It's like all like in his arm or some shit, or within his body or some shit. But it's like a little cheat code he got.
Yep. See what says. What was that noise? Let's go see. I got a pee so bad.
Me too.
You're back, guys. All right, we're back, guys. I'm gonna cut that.
No.
We are back.
No, got it. Okay, that's it for my near-death experience story. I say, guys, look it up. It's very interesting. It's I feel like they're pushing science to the limit on this one. They're trying to. I feel like the next step is immortality. Not that it's ever not been tried before, but I feel like this might be another way of trying to figure things out with the brain. And they talking about like using rejuvenation techniques and shit. So.
I mean, it's getting there, like with the immortality stuff, because if you think about it, with Elon Musk and stuff and his Neuralink, how they want to put chips in your head. But, let's fast forward that 20 years from now.
Oh, man.
Let's say that chip in your head happens to be like a chip in your spine, where it actually loads up your whole personality and everything, all your traits and shit, loaded up into a brand new body. But then you can live forever by transferring your conscious to another body, just like computer hard drives.
And I think that's what they're trying to figure out right now too, with like I said earlier, that they figured out how, hey, the human heart cannot be beating for hours, and we can still use typical CPR techniques to bring it back, to get the heart beating again. The brain. Once they figure out how consciousness works, they've done it. They're gonna break this game called reality. They're gonna break it.
I hope it happens in our lifetime.
Oh, man.
Where they actually can show it to us.
Or if anything, I hope it's something where within our lifetime, it's like, hey, we can upload your conscious right here. Your conscious will be in this file. You still be in your body, but when you pass on, your conscious will live on through like
in Darnell's body.
Yeah, there you go. You want to be black? There you go. Boom.
And he's a bit rough, but with the amount of credits you got, we can only give you this.
You have to afford this. That's all you can afford. A body of Darnell.
Get that Jason Momoa body? No.
What? Are you trying to ride around in?
What are you, Jeff Bezos? All right, I got a story. So, new theories suggest that we travel to parallel universes when we dream.
Dun, dun, dun. I saw this.
on
That's all this weekend.
on I know the name. Don't hold on. Doctor Strange.
Yes, Doctor Strange, the multi-universe of madness. They brought this theory up within the movie of, hey, every time you go to sleep and you have these dreams, this is you peeking into the window of the reality of where you also exist at. And there's a part in the movie where somebody says a dope line like, hey, you know all them dreams that you had where you saw yourself falling off a building? Well, that was me pushing you. Like some wild shit like, oh, you motherfucker. Like, you trying to take me out throughout the multiverse. It's horrifying.
That's wild.
It's such a good movie. I don't care what anybody says.
This is actually like a real study, like what scientists are getting to.
This is real shit now. Okay.
They're starting to believe that dreams are like a little gateway into the other reality, to a different parallel reality where you do actually exist in. You know, because they're saying like with some of the theories that they're coming up with, like they're saying like some of the stuff you do in that reality while you're dreaming actually affects this reality. So they're saying like, if that's possible, that's fucking wild as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Like imagine
if this is the possibility, and I think they do it based off of like because throughout you exist here means that you exist throughout the multiverse. Your life may have went through different paths, this, that, and the third, but when you go to sleep, and of course throughout the multiverse, when your other selves fall asleep, they see probably you in their dreams, or vice versa. You're gonna see them in your dreams, but it's like a connection, like on a mental level, or I don't know if it's even a mental level. It's got to be on a cosmic level, I would say.
Yeah, because like, you know, like life, right? It's like a feeling process. So you have a dream, right? Let's say you dream about somebody that you've never even met in your life in this reality, but you met them in your dream world, and the way you feel about them is so genuine, so real.
Like, and you love them.
Like,
you're
yeah,
in love. I've had this happen before.
Like where you actually feel it, right? And then you wake up like,
I've never met this person before.
You wake up and you're saying, how could that be fake when I felt it? Like emotionally. Yeah. And is that crazy?
And this is something that before I think like scientists or whatever were trying to say like, well, if you see somebody in your dream that you've never seen before and that you don't recognize, then that means at first they were going with the whole thing of, well, the human brain in sleep mode cannot make up faces. It's impossible. It's taking faces that you've seen somewhere in your environment and it's being incorporated again into your dreams. But I'm like this. If they're going to connect this to like the whole... That's old hat shit, though. That's how it was at first. Because I saw where it was coming from, but I didn't really get behind it. But now with this whole multiverse stuff, it's kind of like... Okay, like you may be seeing a window to another universe. Because the only reason why I say this, because I had a horrible nightmare. Maybe in my early 20s, right? I had a nightmare that I was married and I had a daughter. And I was with my daughter and like, oh, I love her.
And she went missing.
And she got kidnapped and went missing.
Yeah.
And I was losing my damn mind trying to find her.
I remember that in my dream too. Like we were trying to find her.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because your daughter went missing. And we had the missing sign.
What?
So we had duality.
Oh, so okay, duality type dreams. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Is that crazy? Right? Is that crazy?
That threw me off for a second. I was like, wait, what? Like, are you seeing into my dream or just we having similar?
Like, our dream like coexisted at one point.
And I remember going through my dream of where like I was putting like pictures of her on the wall, like hey, handing out pamphlets, and I'm watching the news every night. And I remember I started drinking more. I remember I started getting into arguments. Like it went through the motions of like,
and you felt it.
And then I remember when I woke up, I had like tears in my eyes. Like I don't remember crying, but I just woke up like, holy fuck! Like I was, and then that's when I started hearing stories about like, well, you're seeing people's faces from the world that you live in, and you're incorporating into your dreams. I was like, no, that's not what I experienced like almost 20 years ago. This is
that's the thing with science, man. They try to just say things black and white, like 2 + 2 is 4, like no, the reason why is this because so and so and so and so.
And I feel like that's like mainstream science, like you know, for the people that maybe can accept an answer, and then there's like
this is why science
is shit right here.
It never advanced more than what it is now.
Yeah,
it's because they're stuck in their own ways. They cannot look at like something new and then actually put that in the equation because it's too far fetched.
I think
and that's why I think what it holds science back because they're missing like a lot of ingredients, like a lot of the weird stuff. Like here's what I'm saying. It's gonna sound so cliche, so weird. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of stuff, like with science, they're missing like one main ingredient. Don't say it's corny, but it's love. They missed the love ingredient. Like if you put love in anything, you can almost make anything happen.
The human emotion,
yeah, you can almost make anything happen.
Not even a human emotion, an actual emotion.
You know, with the power of love, weird shit starts to happen, dude.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that scientists don't put ever in the equation.
Yeah, that's like
which I think is what holds science back, because they're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, and then we put love in this ingredient,
and we put a drop of love in it."
Yeah,
that's how it was in what's that movie? The Christopher Nolan movie with the Matthew McConaughey guy, dude. Oh, the outer space shit. I love this movie. Fuck, I can't think of the name right now. But
Interstellar.
There you go, Interstellar. Like,
yeah.
love want to be like a mathematical equation that NASA never even accounted for. Or
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah, because what's his name? Michael Caine. He was like the guy that like ran like, because in the movie NASA becomes like this corporate owned organization. Like they're no longer this a company that's getting money from the government. Mm-hmm. Some corporation takes it over and it becomes a little more of like a hey, we want to like save humanity, but they're only trying to save a certain amount of people, and the people that are sitting out there to figure out these planets to colonize for humans, they're sending them on suicide missions, and they're not telling these astronauts that it's a suicide mission. They shoot them in the black holes, and the end.
Yeah.
But they're doing like some real like sneaky corporate shit behind it. But that's why like the daughter of the guy who ran the NASA corporation was like, they never accounted for like the power of love. That's why like Matthew McConaughey was able to like transverse reality and like to his daughter, like write a message, like because it was all the equation of love.
But then also he was able to see himself in almost another reality, like when he was when he was in that spaceship, he was pretty much touching himself, reaching towards himself and shit.
So so love is supposed to be like this secret equation that
dude, I'm telling you,
it can't be explained. It really can't be explained either.
Yeah, because I saw this shit like in my trips, my mushroom trips, like the whole time, dude. What's holding back like science and shit is because they forgot to put that one little ingredient, which sounds so corny, but it's the real thing. They forgot to put that love ingredient into a lot of this shit.
This is
because if you think about like a lot of people that actually make shit to really happen, like if you look at the backstory, you can tell there was a passion and love for that little project that made it grow so much, because it was that one little piece, that one little love piece. Even though like they're like, hey, like this cannot work, but I believe in it so much, like it ends up working because for some weird reason, like even if like you do a project right. You don't even know that project's gonna kick off and shit, but you feel like the love and support of like the people that's close to you and stuff. Dude, that project's gonna grow. People
like
that's looking people looking on the outside like, yeah, that's such a simple project, but that project ended up blowing up, and you're like, wow, a simple project like that blow up because there's so much love behind it.
Yeah, kept me going. Because if you try to do shit like that by yourself, you want to give up, and then it's always good to have that emotional support from behind.
Yeah. When there's no support behind it, then you look at it, you're like, hey, it looks like the project looked cool, like on the outside, but it's not.
There's no heart in it.
Yeah, it's like behind it's like, hey, like where's the love and support?
That's why recently I heard from like what's his name, D.O. Hughley, like funny ass stand up comedian. I've been watching him since I was a kid, but he said a quote like I don't mention this quote on this podcast show recently that I thought was very very poignant, and I kind of like took it to heart. He said this quote saying that, I'm not sure if he got this quote from anyone else. I just heard it from him. But he said that loving someone is the bravest thing someone could ever do. That means you loving someone unconditionally for all their faults and everything, and you believe in someone. Like loving someone means you believe in them and shit. Yeah. Like it's like, but it's like it's you're putting your all behind loving someone, even your trust and everything. So it's like. And it can't be explained. There's no math that can explain it. There's no nothing. It's just
that's the magic behind that shit.
It's like this is like magic.
Literally, like that shit will make like. Let me give an example. You know how like let's say like this like a shy guy, right? He never gets out. He never do nothing. He does nothing socially. But the moment where he finally meets somebody that he really loves and stuff, right? Starts to change. He does whatever, like he,
It's like, hey, I'm hiking now.
Like he starts doing all this stuff that you wouldn't even never imagine him doing because it woke up like his spirit. And his spirit's like, hey, you need to enjoy this life, man.
Yeah. She makes you happy. He makes you happy. Boom.
So you need to enjoy this life. Like you can't just be a hermit crab. You got to get out there and
just show.
Like you're here on Earth. Like look at all this cool shit on Earth. Go eat that ice cream in Thailand. Go.
Let them show you the world.
Go get a blowjob in Australia. Go. You know? Like, get out of your comfort zone and shit. But love will make you do wild shit like that. Like,
it is. Sometimes, a lot of times it's misdirected.
Yeah, like getting catfish.
Yes. A lot of times that shit can be misdirected straight up. But
like those con people, they're so good at it, right?
They real.
They can get anybody to do anything.
Yeah, man. That was like a couple years ago. I saw this lady. She was like on Dr. Phil. She was like, "Oh, I'm in love with Tyler Perry and we're married." Dr. Phil's like, "No, you're not. Me and him are homies. Like, why are you?"
Yeah, he don't know.
He don't know you. He's married. He just got married himself. Like, well, I just sent $100,000. Like, well, it wasn't Tyler Perry. Like, why would he need that money?
Was it to Nigeria?
It wasn't $100,000, but she sent him like. But yeah, that was what the
Nigerian Prince Lord or whatever.
That's when most people came down to the conclusion. Like, yeah, it's probably a Nigerian prince that got you.
Yeah,
but she didn't want to believe it. But
that's how those scams are, man. Like, give me 300, I'll give you 300,000. Okay, it's wild, dude. That pyramid scheme.
Oh, they out there.
Well, not even pyramid scheme, but there's almost like, hey,
that's like a smart crime though.
Straight up, I'm gonna jack you.
Like, I'm not a fan of that shit, but I think it's like a smart crime to convince people to send you money.
That's
insane.
Back even then, when like internet still kind of new, so it's so easy still to scam people. Back then,
people still do it now.
Yeah,
I've talked to my dad when he's like, "Hey, I'm playing this game on my phone, but somebody sent it to my email." I'm like, who's it from? Get out of that. Like they target your age group. Get out of that.
It's from Google.
Like, Jesus.
And then you click on the send address and shit, or the sender address, and there's all these crazy numbers and brackets. Like, that's not Google. They don't have official email like that.
No.
But there's like this scam that went out here in Georgia. Maybe it's other states too. You ever heard of black money?
No.
So there's like a Jamaican scam, right? Where physically they would say, "Hey, let me see like $1 or $5 bills. I can change this into $100 bills." So they do it. They put like this chemical on it, right? It physically, you're seeing like a $5 bill change to a $100 bill.
Right.
But it's fake though, like obviously. But some people, they believe it so much, right? And then the Jamaican guys would be like, "All right, I'm not gonna do it no more. You have to come and bring me like $5,000, and I'll change like every bill into like $100 bill." So I heard about this story of somebody that I know. True story, where this dude actually went to his mom, asked his mom for money, so he can give the dude like $5,000, so he can convert it all to $100 bills, so he could be like, I don't know, $20,000 or whatever.
Okay, trying to flip it.
Long story short, that shit was all fake. But the dude, he ate it up like it was nothing. He just
took it. Just
took that shit. So it's another story that I can't say on here, but I will tell you if we. Let me just tell Chris real quick. Let me just pause. I'm gonna tell Chris what happened, and then you'll see his reaction. It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal to be made. This is real. And that was that. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yep. Crazy, right?
What the hell? I'm glad you didn't say that on the show.
That was crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, so like that happened. I was like, whoo. I was like, hey, if you're dealing with anybody, a stranger, and they talk about money, run.
Run, man.
Don't run. If they tell you, give you any type of money, everybody's out here trying to scam people. So.
Everybody. I learned that early in my life when I first was getting my driver's license. I was like standing in line at the DMV, right? And there's this guy there doing like a 3-card Monty thing. You know, like 3-card Monty is like, you know, you have like 3 cards down, you got the little ball underneath it type shit. And my dad had given me money to pay for my license. I already passed my test and everything. Oh. So I was standing, you know what's that?
So then you went to go play.
Yeah, the dude's like going through the line. And he's like taking people's money. And then I was like, I'm pretty good at 3-card Monty. Like, I'm pretty solid. Like, I'm going to try it. So he came up to me and I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And then so he does a 3-card Monty in front of me. I was like, it's right there. I see it. Like, I know that ball is underneath the card. And he lifted it and he wasn't there. So I had to give him my $20.
Damn.
And my dad was in the parking lot in the car waiting for me to come back with my driver's license.
Oh, I was paying God.
And I was like, fuck.
The DMV is like hell.
Yes. And I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? I just lost $20. So then I started fucking with him. I was like, I remember I like bent down to go like I was like looking around the box because he was like he moved on to the next person. I was looking around this box and then I had said, "Hey, this N-word has a hole underneath the box. He's cheating." And everybody started looking underneath the box because he was doing some kind of weird cheating shit. But it was like he had like holes underneath it or something.
Yeah.
And everybody started like, ah! So I get out of the line and start trying to like argue with this guy. And that's when I got out the line, went to my dad. I said, "Hey, Dad, I lost $20." He's like, "What the fuck you do? What'd you do with the money?" I was like, "Look, it's 3 called Monty." He was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "You're gonna owe me." He gave me another $20. Got back in line.
Was this the Forest Park DMV?
No, this is on Moreland Avenue.
Oh shit!
This is the one in Moreland Avenue. This is like right on that. This is on that.
Pretty raunchy.
Yeah, it's on Moreland Avenue.
That's wild, man.
Yes, and then I broke everybody in line after that because everybody was still like arguing with the guy.
Somebody just hustling at a DMV. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's smart, and I was one of the dumbasses. I was like 17 at the time or something. I was stupid. I thought I knew better.
I only got scammed one time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You get a 5 points. They still trying to do that. They do shit like that at 5 points, like 5 con Monty. But they want you to be like, "Hey, can you go to ATM, take out $500, give it to us, and then we're gonna play this game. If you win, you get your money back. If not, then we keep your money." And they're asking for like $500. This is on little this is in little 5 points. Bonkers. What you?
Yeah, that's wild.
I was shocked they asked me for $500. I'm like, what? If you asked me for 5 cents, I wouldn't give it to you. Who are you?
Yeah, the homeless people, they try to be.
They weren't homeless either. I don't think they were homeless. They were just doing some stupid hustle out there. It was weird.
Yeah, like the ones like in Atlanta where they ask me for money and stuff. Like they say weird stuff like, "Hey, can I get like $1.37?" And that almost gets me. I was like, "Damn, that shit's so fucking precise." Like, I almost just want to just give you money just to
see if I got it.
Just because you said a weird ass number,
You need something specific. Like,
can I get 34 cents? Like, damn. Here, take $1.
Here, exactly. That's how they get you, probably.
Well, I'm gonna
give you. I'm gonna short change.
What am I gonna count 34 cents?
Like, what are you gonna get with that? Here's $1, man. Like,
yeah, I was like, dude.
I mean, you can't really get shit with $1 either, but I mean,
here's $10.
You know what? Here
37 cents ass.
Maybe that's the part of the scam. Like, that's part of the scam. I be realizing that sometimes. Even my barber be scamming me on some shit like that.
Plus tax.
Yeah. Plus tax.
All right, so back to the dream. So have you guys ever experienced a dream that was so real and lifelike that you felt like you were literally there in the moment?
Man, hell yeah.
You can feel the breeze on your face, smell the fresh cut grass, or taste the food and touch your lips. So these realistic dreams feel like much more than just a creation of our imagination. A new science-based theory might actually reveal this to be true. So modern science, as well as Native American tribes and Mexican nations, believe that we, or at least our brain, visits a parallel universe when we dream.
Ew.
This would explain why humans can dream in color and can sense with all 5 feelings of what's happening within your dream. Because when it feels real, right? Like how they're saying you can sense with all your 5 senses, you can smell it, you can feel it, you can see it, you can see the colors, you can see everything. But the main thing is you feel what the hell is happening in your dream. And that shit you cannot take back.
The emotions. You come out dreaming like, oh my God. Like,
you just imagine a heartbreak, or you imagine like falling for somebody and shit in your dream.
My God. I've had dreams before where even though I've broken up with an ex or whatever, and it's been like some years later, I've had a dream about them. And then I wake up, and it's been like a good dream that I had with them. And I would wake up, and I would be depressed. I'm like, oh my God, but they're gone now. But am I seeing
that's crazy.
A reality of where it worked, or do I miss them?
Parallel reality
where
you play your cards different.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing like a 7 deuce, you did a full house.
And I'd be like, man, now that son of a bitch from this other reality is like, you doing okay?
Now he smashing the other.
So now I gotta find my own path to walk.
Alternate Chris.
Yeah, bro. And
his name is like something else, like
it's like Chris, but like
Charles.
6'5". Yeah, just tall.
Charles Xavier.
He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So even like science, and then with the Mexican nations and stuff, like Native Americans, they know that shit's real. It's in like all the stories that they pass down to generations. The spirit world. You know how they use psychedelics like peyote, the cactus, the notorious cactus that they made illegal and shit.
Yeah.
But they used it in like sacred ceremonies to where, you know, when they ingest it, they can get in contact with their ancestors and, you know, and help progress like the movement of the positive message to try and send to everybody on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, for one example, that Indian guy, Sadhguru, he's trying to spread the awareness right now, like how so much of the soil on this earth is being depleted to where that soil you cannot reuse no more.
So you cannot, that layer of it,
you cannot grow. It's almost like trying to grow something out of sand.
Yeah.
So they're saying like a lot of like the soil now is being depleted, and he's going through like all the countries on his motorcycle, trying to spread awareness through all like the leaders in every single country to get them to change, like to make the countries like do something different with their soil, to make the soil like, you know, like where you can use it for
more fertile, I guess, or something.
Yeah, to make it more fertile so you can plant shit instead of like fucking up the soil. Because if you fuck up the soil, future generations,
what they got nothing but useless land.
Not only like they can't grow nothing, but the water gets all absorbed. The river is gonna get all absorbed. We're gonna lose everything. Could lose the water source.
That's happening right now.
There's gonna be a food shortage, and then eventually we're all gonna die out, and there's gonna be no future generation. So it's like there's like a save the soil movement going on right now. He was on Joe Rogan podcast. He's everywhere.
Shit, if there's gonna be a future generation, it's not gonna be many of us left. Like, because the numbers gonna get cut down because of this shit.
And I think like he's one of the dudes that he's here for some type of
trying to spread awareness,
save the earth, and he got that message clear. He's not doing it for money or nothing. People think, oh, he's doing it for money. No, fuck he's not. This dude is fucking. He's trying to tell all these leaders from all these countries, hey, you guys can do this to save the soil.
But that just goes to show how it just goes to show how many bad people exist in the world. Where when somebody's trying to do something good, a lot of people's first reaction is like, oh, they trying to get rich. It's just like all we know when.
Yeah, because this thing is like different. It's not like nobody's doing no gain or nothing. Yeah. All he's saying is you guys need to do something different with your soil to make, you know, the future of that soil so it can live on. You guys can still plant stuff. Rivers can still absorb, you know, water from the soil and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember scientists came across something. Well, I heard about something recently where scientists was talking about even with the core of the earth is like starting to heat up more. It's like, hey, this is going to start affecting soil soon. So that's a whole nother damn shit I heard too.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is going to affect it. Like even with our power grid, like you know how if the sun throws out a huge solar flare, it can easily
knock out everything,
wipe out the power grid, and all of us will be in the dark right now.
Oh, shit, it'd be horrible. You know how many people would die? Imagine how many people on life support right now in hospitals.
Yep.
Everybody flatline.
Yep. That easy.
Oh yeah, technology's boom. We got.
Then us, we're doing a live stream, and then boom, cut. Nobody hear our voices no more.
Man, I can't even drive home. My battery gonna be dead.
Yeah, you could be walking home and shit. And then
I can't sleep on the couch. Like just, bro, let me just sleep in the shed.
Be like, hey, take my car. Then my battery's dead.
Yeah, everybody's battery dead. Man.
And then we start to think, right? Like, what does electricity got to do with our batteries, right? Mm-hmm. So then you think about it, like you know, the EMP happens.
Yeah,
it wiped out all the batteries.
It wipes all the batteries.
On top of that, you know, War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah.
They start showing up.
Like we done.
You see the first full moon, right, where everything's so bright, and then all you see is like legs.
This legs in the distance.
Legs.
Tripods.
Right? I'm like, holy shit.
They're walking towards humanity.
Then the movie becomes reality.
Our only source of light is the moon.
Yeah. And then we have to fucking do sneaky shit just to go to each other's houses to collect water. Shit.
I remember in War of the Worlds how Tom Cruise got his van started, and he was lucky as shit. It's because his battery at the time was at the car. His car was at the mechanic shop, but his battery wasn't attached to the car. Oh. So when he was able to hook up his battery again, because it wasn't attached at the time.
It wasn't hooked up.
Yeah, it wasn't hooked up. So his battery dodged it. That's why he was driving like the minivan on the highway, like.
My shit was disconnected when we got hit with that blast.
You guys suck. Because everybody apparently didn't have their battery connected. So
that is wild.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
EMPs.
But yeah, that's it about that.
That was a good one.
Dreams I see being like a parallel reality, multiverse.
Oh yeah,
very possible. Like our dreams were just somewhere else at that time.
there was something I wanted to say about the Doctor Strange movie too. They talked about with reality.
Oh, no spoilers.
No, it's not spoilers. It was like more of a concept they talked about too with realities. I can't remember what it was, but it was. I say if you like the concept of the multiverse, then watch it. It's
deep, right?
Pretty damn cool, man. Really good.
Yeah, because like I remember I had this one dream where I know it was like completely real, right? I know I told the story maybe 3 times, but I had a dream where I was feeding a fish food. And then like fast forward like 10, 15 years, I was in the same house and I saw the fish again. And then when I was in the house, I was panicking because I said I forgot to feed the fish in so long.
I think I do remember you telling me this. Yeah.
So then like I saw the fish, it was still alive. Then I put like a whole bunch of fish food because I realized like I'm not going to be here again for a long time. So I put a lot of fish food.
Till I get back.
Yeah. And then I haven't been back there since. But what's strange is I had that dream connected like within 10 years.
Oh,
but the reason why I remember so much because I remember that house. I remember that fish.
You returned to your home.
Yeah. Then I woke up. I was like, I was there a long time ago. That's when I said, like, man, this is weird now.
I have a home somewhere on the other side. Like,
yeah.
And there's something established with the fish.
That's where I was like, okay, something has to give, man. I don't understand it, but I had that.
You're returning to the same house again?
The same house. Like, what? My dream just saved
save
that imagination. Save file. Then I just go back to that same file.
You enjoyed it so much, we're going to save it. No.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, that's it.
All right. What we have for 2 hours?
Yeah, we're good.
You good?
Yeah. Because I think we need to cut these episodes down. It's a little too long.
Yeah, we've been hitting like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. So.
Yeah, it's a little too long.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if we do go over like the 2 hours, we should do the cut like here, and then I have it separated 2 different podcasts.
Okay, so somebody wants to...
It's almost like we film one time, but we'll post in 2 different days.
Okay.
So it looks like we do like 2 days. 2 podcasts a week.
If you went 2 hours, that's cool. If you went 30 minutes after that,
yeah. Because I look at like the analytics, right? Like people usually do listen to like the 1 hour point, and then it cuts off.
Yeah, I've always noticed with some podcasts it's like an hour to 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I've seen like a cutoff. 2 hours. You have to be like Joe Rogan says to hit like 3 hours and keep
like
it.
That.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan talks 6 hours. People finish his shit,
dude. He could probably do 12.
And yeah, we're not there.
No. So hour peak. Okay.
Yeah, so hour would be like the sweet spot. Because if you think about it, you watch a show for an hour.
Yeah. That's a average show, yeah.
Yep.
Hour and a half with some overtime.
Yeah. Or it has to be so exciting the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We had a good time tonight.
That's a good one.
Dreams, multi-universe,
yeah.
UFOs.
Dead people.
Like the most legit UFO pictures
you've ever seen.
The Backrooms.
Ever.
You know, I thought like the Backrooms, it could have been a boring topic, but we got through that quick.
No, but it was good though, because I like cause some of my urban legend shit I can't be digging, and fall into a glitch in reality.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Adios.
It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal to